All right, welcome back. Let's play around with the profile of this jack-o'-lantern and give it some shape. So we're going to start off with using this Revolve tool over here. And when we hit Revolve, because we only have one closed figure on the screen, it'll grab that figure for us. So the profile's already been selected. All that I need to do is choose the axis. And to choose the axis for this one, you're actually going to carefully choose just this little line here. This little line is going to be the center around which we're going to rotate this. So if we just click that right now, it's going to make this awkward, I don't know what this looks like, but this shape here, which isn't really what we're looking for with the jack-o'-lantern. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this from full to angle. And the angle that we're going to put it at is going to be 20 degrees. So we're just starting with a sliver of the jack-o'-lantern, and then we'll pattern that going around. So 20 degrees, then we hit OK, and we've got to start here. We've got a sliver of it. What we're going to do is we're going to round the edges here and fillet the edges so that they are nicely rounded. So we use the Filat Tool, and for this Filat Tool, I think we can go up to about 0.4 for our radius. And we'll grab this edge here, round it to 0.4, and then we'll grab this edge here and round it to 0.4. And I think that should do it. I'll hit OK. And that is a slice of pumpkin rounded. But we want to repeat that single slice a bunch of times all the way around and make a full pumpkin. The way that we're going to do that is we're going to use the circular pattern tool. So right up here on the pattern section of our ribbon, we'll click circular. And the easiest way to do this is, instead of trying to choose the feature, we just want the whole solid that we've made so far to be patterned. So we click on the whole solid, and then this little red arrow beside rotation axis, we're going to choose a rotation axis from there. Okay, so the rotation axis is kind of interesting because basically you can choose anything that shares the center, that rotates around the center. And so this patch right here, this little square area, is actually going to work as our rotation axis. And I'll show you what I mean. So as soon as I click this, notice how it says, okay, this is a curved surface, and the center of rotation for that curved surface is this axis here. And so we're going to try a rotation about that axis. So we want a little bit more than this spiny just having 6 repetitions. And so instead, what we're going to do is we're going to make this 18 repetitions. Hit OK. And suddenly it's looking a little bit more like a pumpkin. Let's make it look even more like a pumpkin by changing the view. So now I'm up at the ribbons here. They all have these tabs up at the top. I go to the view ribbon, and where it says visual style there, I'm just going to change that to smooth shaded model. It looks a little bit better. I'm going to do one more thing. Up here there's a bunch of different ways to change how things look. The one that has default at the top right now, I'm going to use the drop down there and go and look for something that's a little bit more like a pumpkin. Let's try orange. Orange usually works for pumpkins. There we go. Looks a little bit more like a pumpkin.